now for your listening pleasure, the blazing definitive report with your host, Travis Jones. And now for your listening pleasure, the blazing definitive report with your host, Travis Jones.
What's going on, everybody? What the hell is happening today? It is Friday. Get your motherfucking hands in the air. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be behind the mic again. What's going on, everybody? Look, oh my goodness. Look at the chat. You guys, you fucking awesome. It's Friday. You motherfuckers ain't got shit to do. What's up, Marcos? Hey, man. Congrats, dude. Seen the picture of the storefront. We need more pics, though, man. I want to see what it looks like. I was like, holy shit, man. He's doing it. It's awesome, dude. Oh, I froze on you. It's going to do that, man. Null means fuck in Swedish. Now, Jason, would you be referring to Null as in the symbiote god? If so, please chime in because I'm curious about that. I did not get tickets to Taylor Swift, but somebody did. And hey, man, it's a free night for me. So fucking hell yeah. You know, guys, how I start the show. This is a little behind the scenes saying I'm about to hit the record. I'm going to do it all again for the iTunes people. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining in on the report today. Oh yeah, I know a Norwegian guy on a free site that told me, Jason, that does not shock me one fucking bit that you're on a Norwegian free site. Or know a Norwegian guy on a free site. That's just really, that's scary. But you are talking about Null in Venom. Is that correct? Because we're going to talk about him today, because that's some pretty good shit, on Venom right now. Again, guys, Friday night looks like it's going to be the night every Friday night. Now, the times may change, but I'm going to be shooting around 6:30 or 7 on Friday nights. Tonight, I do have something already scheduled for later this evening. Is the reason I'm doing it a little early. But Friday's going to be Blazing Defender night, man. So a little bit of normalcy, a little bit of scheduling. So every Friday night, right here on Facebook, like to see you guys share. If you know somebody that likes this kind of shit, give them a holler. But yeah, man, I got a great show for you guys. Yeah, I'm not a Venom fan either, dude. But he's making me a fucking Venom fan. This fucking Donnie Cates kid, man. I can't wait till he's a con near me because I don't think he's big enough yet. I think I could probably get some minutes with him because I'm digging the shit out of this guy. And I love new writers. But I'm going to suck a lot of Donnie Cates' dick later. So let me give my jaws a little rest. And we're going to start the show. All right. What's up, Mike? All right, brother. We getting ready to start it live and fucking correct. Here we go. Welcome, everyone, to another Blazing Defender Report. I'm your host, Travis Jones. What's going on, guys? So glad you could be here with me on a Friday afternoon. The live chat is already being live. It's what the Blazing Nation does. If you guys are listening at home or on iTunes or some other form of audio playback recording, whatever the fuck you call it, give the live show a chance. I think you'd really dig it. These guys, they're comic book fans just like you. This is a community, the Blazing Nation. We talk comic books. We nerd out. Hope everybody's got their beverage. I have mine, which I may have drank a little bit too much of before the show started, so it may be more fucked up than usual. Imagine that. But so glad you guys could be here. Got a great show for you today. We are talking comic books and comic book news, of course, as always, as per usual. I'm talking Venom number 3, Realm number 7, Jason Aaron's Thor 2, the series finale of Kill or Be Killed. Guys, if you haven't been reading this series, you really need to give it a shot, and I'm going to tell you why. And you know I'm digging the number ones as per last show. I thought the number ones were fucking amazing. This week is no exception. Sentry number 1. I'm going to tell you about it. But first, if you watch Big Brother, Jessica Chobot, not Jessica Chobot, Julie Chen. Who the fuck? I get my Asians mixed up. My bad. Is Chobot Asian? I have no idea. Again, too much liquor. But first, this is what she always does at the beginning of Big Brother. What's up, Tony? How you guys doing? Guys, for the audio listeners, there is a live chat going on. There is a little bit of a delay. So if I'm in the middle of a sentence and I go to answer a question, that's just the nature of the show. It's fucking chaos and nonsense. And if this ain't your bag, you might want to stop listening right now because it's going to be like an hour of this shit. But so again, Julie Chen. But first, I got a little house cleaning to do. Guys, we was talking a little bit on the live show. We do this thing a little bit before the show where I talk to the chat. And Marcos, who's in the chat right now, who is the CEO of Collector Zone, they are creating their own store. It's actually a live store, not a web store. And he's been posting some pictures. He's doing it really, really cool. He's like giving you little screenshots of a little bit here and a little bit there, but it's not done yet. And I get it. He's really driving up the anticipation. And I'm super stoked. Guys, check out collectorzone.com. Check out Collector Zone Cantina right here on Facebook Live. It is a fantastic community of collectors. And you can get one-on-one contact with the people that run the company. It's not like any other company I've ever did business with. The Marco story I've told many times. I was buying something on eBay from his company. He reached out to me. We got to talking. I said, hey, I do a podcast about similar shit. He was like, really? And a friendship was created. A partnership was born. So guys, please check out Collector Zone. They're blowing the fuck up. And hopefully they're going to let me ride their coattails to the top. Really appreciate it. And with that, I also have to give another shout out to a huge sponsor of mine. If you're in the Louisville area, check out the Zone Toy and Comic Book Shop. The guy that runs it is a fucking nerd, just like all of us. I've had some great conversations with the patrons that go to that place. I'll be talking about, I had a great conversation with two guys. I had no idea who the fuck they are. Maybe they're watching, but about Mr. Miracle and about how I fucking hate Mr. Miracle. And I thought they were going to try to kick my ass, the two of them, but they thought better, and they're probably right. They weren't in very good shape. But anyway, I hope they're not watching now that I say that. But we had a great conversation. They really made me want to go back and reread with taking their thoughts in mind. Now, I think they're reaching on their thoughts, don't get me wrong, but it's just that kind of conversation which leads me to why I love podcasting so much, because it's a conversation, right? Well, actually, it's me having a conversation with you guys. You don't really get to give a lot of input to me, but you do. We got the chat, man. We got the chat. Thank you, Marcos. Collector Zone loves Travis, and Travis loves Collector Zone. Thank you, guys. Okay. Guys, you know that I usually do some movie stuff on this show, but I'm getting away from that. This is going to be a comic book show. It's what I always envisioned it to be. Meatheads is going to be the movie TV show. I seen Sicario today. Please check out Meatheads on Movies for my initial first thoughts. As soon as I left the theater, I give you a spoiler-free, not really a review, but my first impressions of what I thought about Sicario. So Big Sam sees it tomorrow, my co-host. We're going to try to do a show on that. But I'm going to try to get Meatheads on a weekly schedule also. I've got my top 5 Netflix shows. I've got my top 5 Prime shows. I just seen a fantastic movie on Prime the other day that I want to talk about on Meatheads. I want to let you all know about that. So please go to Meatheads on Movies on Facebook. Sign up for the notifications. When we go live, you guys will get it. And the chat is asking me, did I watch Luke Cage and his much more interesting friends and enemies? No, Jason, I have not watched Luke Cage yet because I really disliked the first one. I didn't even finish the second season of Jessica Jones. I was so bored, and there's so much good TV on right now. But Jason did say that Luke Cage was like the least interesting player in his own series, but everybody else was really good. So I dig that. So I'm not a Michael Coulter fan. So he makes me want to watch it. So yes, I am going to check it out, but I have not seen any of it yet. I'm still trying to catch up on all the other shit I watch. Still trying to catch up on Westworld. And watch some movies and do all that other shit. And see like real movies like I did today with Sicario. But yes, I am going to check it out. But guys, we also are going to do the Ant-Man Wasp review next week. Me and Big Sam are going to go on Friday evening and see the movie. So hopefully Saturday or Sunday we can get into the zone and broadcast live from the zone, then give you the review for that. And plus, guys, I'm really excited about this. Local artist and creator Brian Rodman, Memoirs of an Angel. He's here in Louisville. His Kickstarter just started today. He and I are going to be doing a show live from a pub very close to the both of us. Really, really soon. He's really busy, and I'm trying to get in with him, but we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. So be looking forward to that right here on the Blazing Defender Report. And hey, guys, this is where I need you. Okay. Podcasting awards are going to start July 1st. All right. I was nominated last year. It was a huge honor to be nominated, but fuck that shit, man. I want to win. So, but to win, I need to be nominated again. So you guys came out like gangbusters last year. I'm going to need you again. As it gets closer to the time, I will let you know on what you need to go, where you need to go and what you need to do. But I really, really appreciate it. It was like a huge feather in my hat when I went to Dragon Con last year that I'm a new podcaster and I was already nominated for an award. Everybody wanted to ask me about it. And I gave all the fucking props to you guys because it's you guys. I can't nominate myself. You guys did it. So trust me, when I go to these places, they're like, dude, how the fuck did you? I've been podcasting for 20 years and never been nominated. I'm like, my fucking fans, dude, my listeners, they're the shit. That's how. I mean, you guys get all the fucking credit as per you should. So, I'm very, very excited about that coming up. So keep that in mind. Guys, if you have not checked out patreon.com/Blazing Defender, go there. Just check it out. I've made some videos. I've made some stuff behind the scenes. If you want to donate, you can. I don't even like saying that word. It fucking sucks. It's basically, I'm playing a fucking banjo, or how about the spoons? I think the spoons would be a really easy instrument to learn. I don't know. They're probably not. They're probably hard as fuck. But I'm playing the spoons, and I got my little spoon case opened up, and you pitch a nickel in there. That's all Patreon is. It helps me go to cons. It helps me buy new microphones. It helps me buy comic books each week so I can talk to you about them. So just check out patreon.com/Blazing Defender. I'd really, really appreciate it. All right, man. That's it. Enough for fucking house clean. We're putting the fucking broom up and getting the show started. Cheers, motherfuckers. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody, man. Be safe this weekend, guys. 4th of July is coming up. Shit's going to be fucking crazy. Uber, Lyft, ride a motherfucking bike, skateboard, hover around, wheelchair, them fucking things at Kroger that fat people ride. I don't do. Just do not drive inebriated. Okay. Well, I guess if you're driving one of those, you're inebriated. Yeah, don't do that. Tote. Get a tote. Yeah. Like, you know, like back in the day when you'd be like, your boy be riding his bike and he had a banana seat and you'd be like, hey, motherfucker, give me a tote. And you'd be like, fuck you. Get on the handlebars. Man, I ain't no bitch. I've drank too much. All right. Comic news. Okay, guys. You heard it here first. Gideon Falls. Now, let me rephrase. I said this months ago. Gideon Falls, the comic book made by Andreas Sorrento and Jeff Lemire. I believe that's right. I got it. Hold on. What am I doing? This whole fucking show, all I've been doing is loading up images. Here we go. Gideon Falls. Thank you. Jeff Lemire and Adrian Sorrento. Okay. This, I've been saying forever, this needs to be a TV show on Netflix, HBO. I don't give a fuck. It's perfect. And it is coming. Hive Mind has bought the rights to Gideon Falls to produce a TV show for Amazon Studios. So you're going to see that, Lemire and Sorrento, right? Yeah, I'm right. That's what I said. Did I not say that? I thought I said it. Yeah, it says it right there. Okay. Yeah, I was right. They are coming to Amazon Studios. They're going to be doing a fucking show. I'm so excited because I've been saying this book would be fucking amazing, as a TV show. So I'm really, really glad that I'm not the only one that thought that. I think a lot of these things would make great TV shows though, but, really, really cool. So that is coming to Amazon. Be looking for that. Really, really cool shit, guys. And the next thing, now I know I was just talking about how I hate, if you're wondering what the fuck I'm doing, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the next image. Okay, here it is. I was talking about Tom King and how I hate Mr. Miracle. I love fucking Tom King. Tom King to me is the greatest Batman writer of all time. The Visions was amazing. He's just a fucking fantastic writer. So I was very, very excited today to see on his Twitter feed that him and Andy Kubert are going to do a 12-run story called, Up in the Sky, about Superman. So I'm very, very excited to see Tom King's take on Superman. Now, he's done some like short stories with Superman, and actually Andy Kubert did one of the variant covers for that. It was in the annual. It was okay, but I would love to see what Tom King can do with a 12-part Superman story. So very, 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 very excited for that. Very excited for that, guys. Be looking for that, and don't worry, I will be fucking reviewing it here. All right, guys. The next thing I'm pretty excited about, because when I hear other podcasts do it, I'm like, oh, man, that's so cool. I wish people would do shit like that for me. Well, they do. They do. Mailbag. It's the mailbag, everybody. Maybe Mike Woodard can put in a special stinger on the audio that says mailbag. You know, like some metal music. I don't know. Mike's good at that shit. A reason to read Superman. It's a sign of the apocalypse. Yes, I agree. I love fucking Superman. Now, if I have to choose a Boy Scout, it's always going to be Cap. My second choice is going to be Soups. He's a very hard character to write because he's fucking basically a god, right? So I'm really, really curious to see what Tom King can do. Now, Tom King is going to put Superman in a very vicarious position because that's what he does. So very excited to see what Tom King can do with the Superman run, especially at 12 parts. Tom King must have it in his contract that he gets 12 issues no matter what the fuck he does. All right, mailbag, guys. These are really cool. Nehru... I guess, what is that? Underscore SG says, it's cool you're a podcaster, but I'm very curious on what firefighting's like. Okay. Nuru SG at Twitter. Firefighting is the greatest job of all time. It is the best job ever. Movie stars, rock stars, porn stars probably have a better job, but I'm sure they bitch about shit sometimes. And so do we. But when we're not working our balls off, which lately it's been busy, we have a good time with each other. You have a lot of downtime. You can do other shit. You can read comic books. You can work on your podcast. You can work out. I cook at my firehouse, so I do a lot of cooking for the guys, especially because my crew's off all the time. So, and occasionally you make a house fire and you work your fucking dick in the dirt and you're spent for 2 days. But it's the greatest job ever. I love it. It's allowed me to do a lot of other things because of our shift. I'm 24/48, which means I work one day for 24 hours and I'm off 48 hours. So I work 10 days a month. I work about 90 days a year with my vacation. So it doesn't sound too bad, right? So, yeah, it's great. And thank you for asking me that. All right. @4Comics says, off the top of your head, name the top comics of the year. And I was like, holy shit. So this is what I came up with. I wrote it down. Doomsday Clock. First comic that came to mind. Doomsday Clock. It's been fantastic. Deadly Class. I fucking love Deadly Class. I'm so excited for the sci-fi show. I cannot wait. The Russo brothers, the guys that are doing, that have done the Captain Americas and did Infinity War movies, they are the executive producers because they love Deadly Class. They're going to be executive producers on the sci-fi show. Very excited for that. Batman. Tom King's Batman. Tom King's Batman has been absolutely fantastic. Please go back and read the trades. You're going to have a new appreciation for the character, I promise you. And the fourth one was really tough. A bunch of shit bounced around my head, but off the top of my head, it was Gideon Falls. I love Gideon Falls. It's creepy. It is a nice change from the superhero genre that I typically love. And I really get creeped out by it. Like, it's like reading a really good novel. Like, I'm not a Stephen King fan, but I know a lot of people are, so I'll equate it to that. Like, you're reading a Stephen King book and you're like, holy shit, you hear a loud noise and you almost shit your pants. That's kind of what Gideon Falls is. And the art and everything is so creepy. Sorrento, his art is tailor-made for a horror genre. So, Gideon Falls. So, there's my top 4. But thanks @4Comics at Twitter. High Five 802. When are you growing the beard back? I don't know who this cat is, but he's been following me for a while, I guess. And he's really been back in the day because I've had the beard when I first started podcasting because I was off injured. I tore my bicep and I couldn't work. So I started podcasting and he really likes the beard. And so do I. I always tell my wife, the day I retire, I will retire from the fire department. I'll never work in a firehouse again, and I will never shave again. Ever, ever, ever. If there's another job, I don't give a shit how much it pays, and they said, hey, man, we're going to pay you 6 figures a year, but you have to shave every day. Fuck you. I'm out. So, yes, the beard will come back. High Five 802. I just don't know when. I thought it was going to be this year. There's reasons why it won't be this year. Still could be, maybe. Who the fuck knows? I can go at any time, man, but I will keep you posted. But thanks for writing in. Sylvia Slays at Instagram said, if you could cosplay, who would you be? P.S. You would make a great Drax. Well, thank you for that, because I tried to talk my wife into going as Gamora this year, and I would go as Drax. But she's kind of got this thing about being painted. She didn't want to be, so that fucking sucked. Of course, I would want to be Cap because he's my favorite. I love Thor. Would like to be Thor. I actually have a really cool Nightmare Batman cosplay. It's really cool. I'm just lacking just a couple more pieces. The hard shit is done. The trench coat, the weapon, the boots, the gauntlets, it's all done. It's just some little bitty add-ons that I would need. Maybe I'll do it at Dragon Con. I don't know. I'm wearing a trench coat in 100-degree weather. Probably not going to happen. But it's always kind of been a goal of mine to cosplay at a con. But we'll see. But hey, Sylvia Slays. Guys, if you haven't checked out her Instagram, you really should. She's super hot. And she does a lot of really cool cosplays. All right, guys, that's it for the fucking mailbag. I want to thank everybody for writing in. And if you have a question that you would like me to answer on the air and give you a shout out of your handle or whatever, I don't give a shit. Let me know. And I would love to do it for you. Okay, guys. The first book. We're in the comic book review. See? I'm rolling tonight, baby. Rolling. Okay, here we go. Realm, number 7. By Seth M. Peck and Jeremy Hahn with Nick Thildari as the artists. I love fucking Realm, guys. I love it. You should know I love it because I fucking talk about it all the time. Realm is really, really cool. It's a great story. And let me give you a little bit of synopsis. You got great characters, some badass characters with a supernatural element in a post-apocalyptic setting. You've got, what are they called? Goblins. You've got magic. You've got shotguns with fucking goblin teeth on the end of them. I mean, you've got magic. You have all this stuff, okay? And if I could compare it to something, I'm going to date myself, and you're going to go, oh my God, that movie was terrible, and you'd be totally right. But if you ever seen the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie Cyborg, okay, which I'm sorry if you have, but I'm a Van Damme fan, so I loved it. But he was a kind of a guy that got people from point A to point B in a very, very rough landscape, post-apocalyptic, if you would. Realm is the same thing. You have a guy, his name's Will. He's taken a group of scientists, some of them haven't already made it, to a destination because he's a tough dude. He knows the terrain. He's smart. He's got a companion named Rook. She's a badass. She's got like this fucking owl helmet and she's like a ninja. I don't know her story yet, but we're in issue 7. And that's one of the great things is this book makes you want to know these characters. And that's really cool. Ben was the dude that was drinking fucking Fall City beer with a shotgun with a fucking saw blade on the end of it, just fucking dudes up. I say dudes, goblins up. So this issue is a little bit different. You get to see a little bit more of the big bad here, and I'm going to show you him. And like this chick, her name is Naria, I believe it is. And we haven't seen her before, but she shows up to let Neera, N-E-E-R-A, Neera. And she shows up to show Johnny who the fuck is actually in charge. And she's basically like, hey, we can do this not in front of your friends because I don't want it to diminish your standing with them. And he's like, this is my house, my rules. So one of his minions, this guy right here, who's evidently a bad motherfucker, she basically tells him to put the gun in his mouth. And he does. And Johnny's like, oh, wait, hold on now. Like, he's a valuable asset to my operation here. And she's like, pull the trigger. Boom. Blows his fucking head off. And she's like, oh, you want to start over? Yeah, let's start over. Let's start over now, motherfucker. Now you know your place. So this bitch is that fucking head motherfucker in charge for sure. So we're really not sure what the big bads are doing. We don't know their motivation yet. Probably like all bad guys, they want to dominate everything. And they may be the reason that the world has went to shit. We still don't know a lot of stuff. And if I have to knock on Realm in this issue at issue 7, mind you, that would probably be it. I think we need to... Marco said, oh, a Batman book in his top 5, surprise. Yes, Marco, Batman, goddammit, live with it, deal with it, Batman. Have you even read it? Once you read it, you're going to love it too, trust me. So I think that, and they also think that if I was, I could be a good Wonder Woman. I would look good in a tiara. But thank you, Jason. Cheers, motherfucker. I appreciate that. Fucking tiara. Not happening. Well, it might happen. I'm not going to say never. But anyway, Realm. Realm is a great book. It's a great story so far. This gave us a little bit further view into the bad guys, but I need a little more. And there was a little bit of action in this. I need a little bit more action. I think that would be better, preferable. Let's say that. But I'm going to give Realm a 7. I still dig what they're doing. I still dig the premise. I still love the characters. So I'm going to give Realm a 7. So if you could check it out, please check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed in it. All right. Now, another one that guys are going to go, oh, great. A Jason Aaron book. Oh, my God. Get ready for the dick sucking sounds. Yes. I love Jason Aaron. I love fucking Thor. This is peanut butter and motherfucking jelly. It's bourbon and ginger ale. It's fucking whipped cream and vagina. It is fucking Jason Aaron's Thor. Okay? Now, Thor's changed a little bit. It is not Lady Thor anymore. It is the Odinson back. He is in hell. Loki is with him. There is a reunion of the Odinson brothers. I love this cover because Balder the Brave is in charge of hell now. He's driving this fucking monster truck with these spikes on its wheels. And I love Thori. Thori is the pit bull behind Thor. Thor picked him up and Thori just hasn't left. And all Thori wants to do is murder people. Thor keeps him in check, but this issue, he tells Thori, murder. So it's really, really cool. You have the Queen of Cinders who is running shit in hell. She shouldn't be, but she is. She's basically taking over shit for Malekith. Malekith is basically warring on all the realms. And if he gets control of hell and the dead army, there's probably no stopping him. So this is a very pivotal moment with Thor, Loki, Tyr. But now that is also something that happens. Loki's like, hey, Thor, I know you're glad to see Tyr and everything, but he's been in hell a long time. His allegiances could have changed. Basically, Thor's like, shut your fucking mouth. Like, Loki has pissed off everybody so fucking much that no one's listening to him. Maybe they should. Maybe Thor should. But let me tell you the big difference in this Thor. He's not using just one hammer, okay? He's using several hammers, and it's kind of like a toolbox of hammers, which is really, really cool because he has different hammers for different things, and he actually has a bomb hammer that he uses in this story, which is very, very cool. Now, I love this book, all right? But there's something that I have to say because this is what my show is. I tell you the fucking truth. I love, let's see, Del Mundo. I love him in certain stories. I loved him in Weird World during Secret Wars. I kind of fell in love with his artwork there because it fit the story. Here, even though this cover looks great, I think it gets messy. And I'm going to show you messy. To me, this is messy. Like, I had to look at this page 100 times. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's his art style. You either love it or you don't. I'm not going to say I hate it, but I'm not going to say I love it either. So, I mean, I'm used to Asad Rabik, or Rebek, or however you say it. I'm used to fucking him on Thor and it looking amazing. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not a Del Mundo fan because I am. I just don't think his artwork fits with the style. I think it's very messy. And whereas I like my story a little bit cleaner. But it's like I said, you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. I give Thor 2 a 7.5. I love the story. The dialogue of Thor is very Ragnarokish. And what I mean by that is he's funny. And there are very funny moments, especially with Tooth Gnasher, which is his goat, and Thori. They really shine in this issue, especially when Thor lets Tooth Gnasher drive the truck over Loki. Loki is very upset over that. And I actually laugh out loud. Like, that's not something I usually do when I read a comic book, not laugh out loud. But I did, because it's just that good. So 7.5 for Thor number 2. Guys, if you're a Thor fan, you're going to love Jason Aaron's voice. That's just all there is to say about it. Okay, guys, the next book on the agenda is Ventum. My man, Donny Cates. Donny Cates, you a bad motherfucker, dude. Ryan Stegman, you a bad motherfucker too. They are really, really making me a Venom fan. Donny Cates, man, he was, a book that I missed for 2018 on that mailbag. What should have been, if it had been a top 5, Thanos. Donny Cates' limited Thanos run was amazing. Like one of the most fun books of the year for me. Donny Cates' Venom is really telling a great story. And Ryan Stegman's art, man. All right, let's just fucking stop all the bullshit. The art. Here we go. Look at this. Eddie Brock is having trouble controlling the symbiote Venom. And it's turning into this dude. It's like he can't control it. They're speaking in alien language. And that is Miles Morales laying there beat the fuck up. Okay? Now, hold on, all you Miles Morales fans. I'm gonna give you some justice. Hold on. But I just want to show you how good does that look? That's beautiful, right? Okay, now, this is Miles getting some payback. And actually, Eddie tells him. Eddie's like, dude, do your Venom blast. Okay? So that's Miles getting some payback. Looks really, really good. Look how he yanks his tongue out. How dope is that, man? That is just badass. Ryan Stegman, man, where the fuck have you been, bro? Because you've really upped your game. So Venom is basically like, look, man, I'm not the guy that killed your mom. Okay? So Miles is like, Jason Jones in his chat says, Stegman is stunning. Only Sorrento is better in my book. Yeah, Sorrento is great. But, like, as far as, like, action stuff, like, Stegman may have him in my book. I think Sorrento's great at creating a vibe and an environment for the story that you're telling as a writer. But, like, Stegman can just grab you with his artwork. And I got one more for you, too. Okay, here we go. All right, there's this fucking symbiote dragon. Like, basically, Venom's like, look, man, I need your help defeating this dragon because it's burning down New York. Okay, so him and Miles kind of team up, and you find out that the dragon was actually containing something. And it is Han, the symbiote god. All right. The god of the symbiotes is what he calls himself. Now, this is really cool, and this is a bad motherfucker. As you can see, this is billions of years ago. All right? Now, he's bad looking, right? He's pretty cool. Here is my issue with Venom. And Jason, being a Guardians of the Galaxy fan in the chat, he'll probably know this. Do you remember when Venom was a Guardian? Okay? It was Flash Thompson who was wearing the symbiote, and he was traveling with the Guardians. They actually found the home world of Venom, of the symbiote. And they're very majestic creatures. They're very benevolent. Like, they're not like fucking big teeth and eyes and want to fucking eat your brains and shit. They're not like that. So I'm very curious on the mythos here. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Is he part of that home world? You know what I mean? So there's a disconnect there, but I'm sure Donny Cates is going to tell a great story. He has told a great story so far. I love it. So Venom number 3. Get on it now, guys, because they're going fast. Issue 1 is already in a second print. Issue 2's like in a second print. Issue 1 maybe in a third print already. So that's pretty fucking crazy when you think about it. So yeah, check out Venom. Really, really good stuff. And like I said, I'm not a Venom fan. Donny Cates is making me a Venom fan. All right. Now, a fan that I am of is Ed Brubaker's Kill or Be Killed. Now, cheers, motherfuckers. Happy Friday. Okay, Jason says, this was to my question about the symbiote world. Remember this post, Battle World. Remember this post, Battle World. The universe has been reset. Okay. I get it. seems a little easy to me because that ran like for 3 issues, this whole symbiote world. And all right, I'll buy that. This is a different world. Secret Wars did reset everything, so I'm sure there'll be more to talk about in the upcoming issues. But thank you, Jason, for chiming in on that. I figured you'd know. All right, number 20, Kill or Be Killed. This is the final issue, guys. This is it. This is the last one. This is Ed Brubaker's Vigilante tale, and it's maybe a vigilante story you've never seen before. And that's how I feel about this book. You had this guy. Was he mentally insane? He was seeing a dragon, or I'm sorry, a demon. The demon said, I'll make you sick if you don't kill people. Come to find out, he was off his medication was wrong. Holy shit, I wasn't seeing a demon. Then he's going through some of his dad's old artwork that he didn't know he had, and he sees the demon that he's been seeing. Pretty crazy stuff. But the whole time he started a war with this Russian mob in his neighborhood. So it's been a really, really great story. Now, does this issue wrap it all up? Well, yes, it does. Which is a very hard thing to do, to wrap that kind of story up in one issue. I'm not sure why they ended it. I don't know if they were going to end it, or they're like, hey, you need to end this. I don't know. There are some parts of this book that felt a little rushed, but for the most part, very good storytelling. And what was strange was you think it's going one way, and then boom, it switches. And then it switches again. Is he dead? Is he alive? Because he got shot last book. Looked like he was going to die. Okay? This book, we don't know if he did or didn't. And it kind of ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger, which most stories do. It kind of leaves it open to your interpretation, which sometimes can really piss me off because I just feel like it's lazy writing. This was a very all-encasing story. They wrap up everything, but in case this was to ever come back, they left it for that too. So, very good storytelling by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Sean Phillips is a fantastic artist. I didn't put up any images because they were all kind of, I don't know, there wasn't anything that really showcased him. So, I didn't put up any images. But guys, if this comes out in trade, which I'm sure it will, it's only 20 issues, it'll probably be like an omnibus type thing. You need to read it because it's not like any vigilante story you've ever read. And trust me, they've all been done, right? Like the John Wicks, the Man on Fires. I mean, the list goes on and on of revenge stories. This is a very, very different take, which is why it's been so popular. The only thing I can think of, Ed Brubaker is doing Hollywood scripts now. He's writing novels. Maybe it was just something that he didn't have the time for anymore. He's still going to do comic books, I'm sure. But, this was probably one that he thought, I can wrap this up. And he did. And he did it well. So, what do I give it? A Venom. I'm going to give Venom an 8. I love the Venom. Venom has been very good. Venom gets an 8. Kill or Be Killed. I'm going to give this season finale book a 7.5. Again, because I felt like some things were a little rushed and wrapped up, but otherwise, a great story. All right. Pick of the fucking week, guys. What you been waiting for? This is it. Let me find it. Here it is. Ba-boom. Oh, that ain't it. Where's my cover at? There it is. Ba-boom. All right. I don't know why I'm saying ba-boom. It sounds stupid. Okay. Here it is, guys. Sentry, number 1. Jeff Lemire, Kim Jacinto, and Rain Bieto. I guess he's the letterer on this book. Okay, the Sentry. For those of you who don't know, he is Marvel's Superman. Not Hyperion. He's very similar to Hyperion. The deal with Bob Reynolds is he has a very dark side. When he's the superhero, he is the Sentry. One of the most powerful Marvel heroes in the Marvel Universe. But he has a dark side, and it's called the Void. And when the Void takes over Bob's mind, he could basically destroy the world too. So what they have done is they have, Doctor Strange, I should say, has created a pocket dimension where Bob can go into this and fight the Void with all of his friends. Okay, Sentry Scout, Sentress, which is like a lady's super sentry, a dog. So it's like this, it's like a utopia for Bob Reynolds to engulf himself in and fight the Void and keep his mind right. Now, he has to come out. So when he comes out, he is a short order cook at a burger joint. Not only is he there, but he's also with Sentress and Sentry Scout, his little sidekick. Okay? Now, the sidekick knows about Bob's pocket dimension that he goes to because he doesn't sleep. He doesn't sleep at all. He works, and then he goes and he gets in this pocket dimension. So it's very, very cool how they've constructed this, okay? Now, the Scout is very upset with Bob because he doesn't get to be Sentry Scout, okay? Now, I want to give you a look at Kim Jacinto's art because it's very, very cool. This is the Sentry fighting the Void in this pocket dimension. Excuse me. And before that, the Void was hiding in the moon, and Sentry fucking punches the moon and basically destroys it and goes in and grabs the Sentry and fucking rips him apart and throws him into the sun. Very, very cool shit. All right. Now, this is where our story gets really interesting. Misty Knight, who is in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D., or an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. now, she finds out that I forget why now that she goes to find Bob, but an alarm goes off or something, and her and a bunch of agents basically run up to him. Let's see. Shit. I can't remember now, but here it is. There's the scene. And they're like, basically, there's nothing they can do to him anyway. But Misty's kind of like, okay, look, I'm on your side. The powers that be want you thrown in a fucking hole and never see the light of day. But we don't want that because you have saved the world so many times. So you just need to keep doing what you're doing, Bob. Like, they're basically doing a wellness check on the Sentry to make sure that he's going into this pocket dimension, that his mind's okay. And Sentry's a little upset by it, but he also understands. So when he gets back home, he ends up finding out that someone has stolen his pocket dimension. He has no idea who. So now the next scene you see, the Scout, Sentry Scout and the dog, they think it's time for the Sentry to come back, right? So they're waiting for him to go fight the Void again. They do this every day. And it's not Bob. It's someone else. And he fucking wastes Sentry Scout in the pocket dimension. So he says, it's off panel, so you can't see who says it. But he says, I can do anything here. So we don't know if it's the Void. We don't know who this is. Very, very good #1 issue. It's got me hooked. I added it to my pulls immediately once I read it. So yeah, guys, pick of the week. I give it an 8.5. Very, very good story. Great art. I dig the Sentry. Again, he's very much Superman. But and those characters are hard to write, so you really have to be creative. So I dig that. I dig this story. It's very, very cool and set in the MCU, which makes it even that much better. So, guys, check out Sentry #1. It's really, really cool. And with that, guys, that's it. That's all I got. I did get Old Man Logan. I got a couple other books. I haven't read them yet. A great book I want to tell you about, but I'm not caught up with it yet, is Barrier. I'm trying to think. It was either Remender. I think it is Rick Remender that's writing Barrier. It's very, very cool. But I'm going to get into that next week when the new issue comes out. We've got some good stuff coming out, man. And some of these number ones have been fantastic, guys. So if you know somebody that's looking to get into comic books, this is a great time because there are so many great jumping on points for people. So, yeah, check it out. I'd see Jason said, I hate Sentry, but Lamar has me interested. Yes, Lamar is doing a fantastic job, man. He's like one of my favorite writers right now. So, Bob hadn't checked in for one day. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, thank you, Jason. Yeah, Bob didn't check in, and Misty and him showed up to make sure he's on the straight and narrow, which he was. But they can't take a chance. He's that powerful of a hero. So, yeah, guys, check out number one. Podcasting Awards will come out. Check that. Check out the Patreon. Check out Meatheads. A lot of stuff coming up, guys. Guys, cheers. Happy fucking Friday. Happy 4th of July. I'm sure I'll see you again before then. But if not, I want you guys to be safe. Have a great weekend. Treat everyone like you would want to be treated. The world would be a much better place. And go visit your fucking local comic shop, man. Grab some of these number ones. Grab Gideon Falls. Old Man Hawkeye was this week. I have it. Did not read it, but I will. I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. So I will definitely check out, get you Old Man Logan review. Thank you, Marcos. Congratulations on the physical property, the physical store. That's a great step up, man. Check out CollectorZone.com, guys. Go to Collector Zone Cantina. Check out the Zone. Check out old episodes of Blazing Defender. If you know anybody that likes comic book shit, please share the show to them. That would mean a lot to me. Guys, again, thank you so much. I couldn't do it without you guys. I really appreciate it. With that, guys, I'm out. You guys have a great fucking weekend and stay safe. Peace.